Hey guys, welcome to another episode of the Vinyl Den, your channel for record collecting by record collectors. I'm Nick. Today I'm talking about 5 great vinyl box sets. There's a bunch of links down below. Make sure you go check them out. There's links for the Vinyl Den Facebook group, for the merch page, for the Spotify and Apple Music playlist that we put together every week, and the Patreon page. Make sure you go check all that out. Of course, if you enjoyed the episode, make sure you give me the old thumbs up, hit that subscribe button down below. Make sure you hit that notification bell so you're notified every time I release new episodes. So I don't have the biggest collection of vinyl box sets, but I feel like I've kind of started collecting more and more of them over the last several years, especially when like the Stone Temple Pilots box sets came out, when the Black Sabbath box sets came out, because they were, $75 to maybe $100. Had some great added material in there, some live material, some demos, outtakes, things like that, which, I don't listen to them a whole lot, but they have enough value there to add to it to make me want to pick them up. But once box sets really kind of crept up in the $175 to $200 plus range, I kind of lost interest on a lot of it because it seemed like those box sets were kind of packed full of, stuff that I really didn't have that much interest in. There's like marbles and scarves and the immersion box set from the Dark Side of the Moon. It's it's things like that make me kind of pause and evaluate, kind of balance out whether I'm really going to enjoy the content and that material for the price they're charging. The first one is a box set that I decided to pass on initially when it was first released back in 2019. It's a great box set. It was $500 when it first came out, and to be completely honest, even though it's got a bunch of great albums in there, I already had several of the albums, so there's really only maybe 3, maybe 4 albums from the box set that I really wanted. I was hoping that they would get reissued, eventually down the line outside the box set. It didn't happen. I did end up finding it for a great deal, even though it was quite a bit more than what it was originally listed for. Since I bought it about a year ago, it's actually doubled. It actually goes for twice what I paid for it. So I think I got a good deal for it. It's a great box set. It really looks really cool also. It's the See You on the Other Side box set by Ozzy Osborne. It's all of his studio albums. I wish they would have added, Speak of the Devil. It hasn't been reissued since the early 80s when it first was released. I wish they would put that in the box set. There's some other stuff I thought that would have been kind of cool if they would have added in there too, but like the at least like visuals, it looks really cool. It's got like the bone turntable on the front of it. It came with a flexi disc attached to the front of it also. I think they only did 5,000 copies of this when it was first released. Comes with a certificate of authenticity. Well, I guess it says authenticity in there. Signed by Ozzy Osborne. I got to number 3,803. But overall, it just looks really cool. It came with like posters and stuff, which I still have in the box. Those kind of things I never really pull out and really do much with. But overall, it came with all colored vinyl. It looks really cool. Great presentation. Like I said, in retrospect, I should have bought it when it was first released, would save myself some money, but it's a great box set. The next one came out a year before that Ozzy box set, so this was released in 2018. And when it first released, it was super expensive. Even though it comes with a whole bunch of stuff in there, I think it was initially like $1,000 when this thing was first put up for sale. I think the price kind of quickly dropped to like $700 or so, which is still way out of my price range. There was no way I could pay that kind of money for it. I ended up getting this thing for a smoking hot deal. I paid, I think, a little over $200, like $220 for this box set. And it's easily the best looking box set I have ever seen. This thing is so massive, I can't pick it up and show you, even though I did a whole video on it when I first got it. But it is the Guns N' Roses Appetite for Destruction Locked and Loaded box set. This thing is massive. I'll put pictures up of the actual box. But the artwork on the box set, I think I read that everything was like hand carved when they did like the big cross on the front of it, and just the presentation of. There's no box set I've ever seen that has the same like presentation as this box set. This thing looks absolutely stunning. All the added material in there is really cool. This is like the gem of the box set for me. This is all the Sound City recordings. This is all the stuff that would go on to become GNR Lies, and all later on down the line, some of the stuff would be reworked to end up on the Use Your Illusion albums. But just as far as like content goes, man, there was just an absolute ton packed into that box set. The next one is one I thought would never happen. When this was released in 2021, I was in complete shock when I first got the email announcing that it was going to be up for pre-sale. I guess my main thing with it was, and why I thought it would never happen, is because this band has been on so many different labels over the years. I really thought it'd be hard for them to put all the licensing together to do like a proper studio albums box set. But it's a great one. It was actually a pretty good price. I want to say it was like $300, maybe $350 when it was first released. To be completely honest, I bought 2 of them because I love this band so much. But it is the MxPx Studio Albums box set. And this is one of those box sets where it's got some added material in there. Not like a bunch of stuff that's included in there, but the added stuff that's in here has some really good value. At least to me it does. It's got a really cool presentation to the way it opens up, and it's got like this soft, almost like velvety kind of material on the box set. But the book that's included in there, and this I guess is the big thing with a lot of these box sets, is I think some of the best box sets have like a book like this where it's got like actually like really cool pictures in there and stuff to kind of go through. This one's really cool because it's all like letters that fans wrote to the band over the years, which I thought was really kind of a cool touch. It's something that I've gone through several times. It's one of those like little added bonuses that, you know, a lot of the box sets kind of miss out on. Like I said, when I was talking about that Pink Floyd immersion box set where they're adding like marbles and scarves to it, which is stuff you're never going to use. At least with something like this, you'll go through, you'll flip through, you look at the pictures, you'll read all the notes in there. It's really kind of a cool added bonus. But the big thing for me was, even though I already had most of their albums on vinyl, there's a couple of these that weren't ever, well, one in particular that had never been released on vinyl. And I never really thought it would. Like I said before, because of all the licensing issues, I thought it'd be really kind of hard for the band to go through and put it all together. But they did an absolutely fantastic job with this box set. The next one is another box set that I decided to pass on initially when it was first released back in 2018. It wasn't until probably later in the year, like the very end part of the year, that I picked up. They released also outside of the box set. They did a 2 LP like compilation of what was included on the box set that. Once I listened to that, I was really kind of hooked. I decided to buy the box set. It's a great set. I actually bought it on CD also, but it's the Chris Cornell anthology box set. This is just the 2 LP version of that box. I think it was like 6 or 7 LPs that came in that box set, like a bunch of stuff all across Chris's career. Obviously stuff with Soundgarden, stuff with Audio Slave, also a lot of like solo stuff. Had some a bunch of covers and stuff in there too. Just a great collection across, you know, Chris's great career. Obviously, Chris died a year before in, I think it was May of 2017. And a year later, they put the package together, released the box set. I don't remember how much it was. It was a couple $100. I don't think it was like super expensive when it was first released. And I decided just to buy the 2 LP set. Just because I wasn't like the biggest Soundgarden fan. I don't like casually listen to some Audio Slave stuff. But once I got this, man, I just fell in love with so many other things that Chris had done across his career. It's a great box set. If you're able to find a copy of it, I think it's definitely worth the price. So the last one I got today is a box set that when it was first announced, I absolutely trashed this thing. Did a whole video about how they really kind of missed the mark on what they were doing. And felt like a lot of it was a cash grab, even though I still kind of feel mostly that way about it. It's a great album, though. This is probably the best sounding version of this great album. The box set, once I got it and saw how massive this thing is and how much stuff is actually included in here, I felt like there was a little bit more value there than I had initially thought. If you're a fan of this band, if you're a fan of this album, it's a really good one to have. If you're kind of a casual fan, though, I think there's better versions of this album to own. But the box set is the 50th anniversary box set for Pink Floyd's Dark Side of the Moon. This came out earlier this year. And, you know, like I said, sound-wise, it's great. It sounds incredible. You can pick up the 2016 remastered version for a tenth of the price of this album, or a tenth of the price of this box set. It's going to sound equally as good on most systems. But like I said, when I got this box set and actually started digging through it, I think I gained more of an appreciation for what is all included. I mean, like, there's a great book in here, and there's a bunch of great content in that book. And there's pictures and all sorts of other stuff, too, that you would expect in a Pink Floyd box set. But, you know, for the price of it, like I said, I think that 2016 pressing is probably a better way to go for most people. But this is a great looking box set. I think the content-wise, they should have done things a little differently, though. They should have done, because there's the bonus material in here is a live album, which it's a truncated live album though. They cut out all the non-Dark Side of the Moon content on there. There's a great version of Echoes that they did. They should have done the that entire live album as a separate box set. Did things a little bit differently. I think it would have been a little bit better overall. Probably would have been a little bit cheaper on this box set also. Well, that's all I got for you today, is thanks for checking the show out. Make sure you drop me a comment down below. Let me know what some of your favorite box sets are. There's so many other ones I could have put in here. I've got the Rolling Stones mono box set, which just got reissued late last year, early part of this year. That's a great one. The Queen discography box set is another great one also. I listen to a lot of those albums. Huge fans of both of those bands. Of course, then you got all like the Black Sabbath Super Deluxe stuff. There's just so many great ones, even over the last 5, 6, 7 years that have come out. But let me know what some of your favorite ones are. If you enjoyed the episode, make sure you give me the old thumbs up. Hit that subscribe button down below. That's all I got. Until next time, keep on spinning. Peace.